This is how you can get ahead of 99% of people in 6 to 12 months. And the crazy part is it doesn't take any luck. It doesn't take any skill. And it doesn't even take a lot of money to do. I'm going to give you 6 steps. And I promise you, if you apply them, you'll look back in a year and be unrecognizable. If we haven't met before, my name is Brian. I'm 24 years old. And in the last year, I've been able to build a business from scratch. I've been able to work with 7-figure creators. And now it's to the point where they come to me for advice. I've been able to generate over 100K for my clients. And now I'm currently building a community of over 2,600 people on how to do the same thing. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that because what I'm about to share is what actually works for me. Let's start with the one thing that most people are held back on, which is the fear of failure. And honestly, here's the truth. The faster that you fail, the faster you're able to figure things out. And me, I like to figure things out faster because why would I just spend more time trying to be like, oh, what if this doesn't work? Because you never know, right? When I first launched my first offer, I put in crazy work. I was hyped. I was telling everybody like we're about to be up. We're about to be up real soon. And guess what? No one bought. And instead of just like going down a crazy spiral, I just treated it like a test. I was like, okay, what was wrong with the offer? And let's just fix it and put it out again, right? Because what do we have to lose at this point? And at that point, relaunched it, we tweaked it, relaunched it, and then from there I was able to make $1,000 in one day, right? And at that moment, it was just life changing. It was like, damn, I could have just gave up, but instead I treated it like a test, and I was like, let's just keep pushing, let's keep moving forward. That 1K taught me more than any perfect plan that I could have imagined in my head, right? Here's the problem. Most people try to avoid failure, and failure is how you get the feedback. Without the feedback, you're not able to do anything. You're not able to build a better offer. So you need that feedback to be able to create the blueprint. Number 2, you need to have a vision that only you can see. You have to protect the vision even when no one sees it. And honestly, no one's going to see the vision but you and God. You have to literally stick through it. And regardless of what people are telling you, it's not because they don't want you to win. It's just they can't see it happening for themselves. So if they can't see it happening for themselves, why would it happen for you? And honestly, that's why I distance myself from a lot of the old friends that I have, because they weren't going anywhere. You can't be partying every day. You can't be smoking every day. You can't be doing all this other stuff but work and then expecting crazy results, crazy expectations to happen for you. It doesn't work like that. When I locked in, I blocked out all the noise. And honestly, people are going to tell you, they're going to throw a bunch of statistics at you, like only 5% of businesses are able to get off the ground. But what does that do for me? Like, you literally, any negativity that is coming your way, just block it out. Just act like it doesn't exist. The same way that people are able to use statistics to be like 5% of businesses are going to fail. Like, what is that going to do for me? I'm only going to take in the positive. Anything negative, I'm just going to block it out because it's not going to help me in my future at all. So why would I even listen to it? I know what I'm capable of doing. If you focus on negative statistics, that's going to become your reality. So instead, you could easily flip the script and just focus on the positives. How is this going to benefit me? Anything else, any other piece of negativity, just throw it out the window because it doesn't matter. Number 3, you need to be real with yourself. This one might sting a little bit, but you need to be brutally honest with yourself. You know exactly what's holding you back, whether it's procrastination, whether it's bad habits, whatever it is, you know exactly what you need to fix, and it's up to you to fix it, no one else. The hardest part about growing your business is looking in the mirror and be like, I'm the reason why it's not happening. But the good thing about that is once you realize that you're the reason why it's not happening, you'll be the exact reason why it does happen. Once you admit that, you get your power back. And once you get your power back, you're able to change it just like that. I used to tell myself, I like to be brutally honest with myself. I used to tell myself, like, you're just not doing enough. You're not posting enough. You're not doing an outreach enough. And once I said that to myself, it was like, okay, just do more, just fix it. And I promise you, once I fixed it, that's when the results started coming in. This one's going to be personal, but it is actually the most important thing out of all of this. You need to get right with God, because once you seek the kingdom first, everything else falls into place. And I stand by that. Everything else falls into place because you can't chase money. You can't chase everything you can't chase everything because eventually everything is pointless without God in your life. You can't chase everything because it's just going to lead you down a rabbit hole where you're always going to be chasing. You're always never going to be happy. You're always going to be like, there's always more out there. But once you have God in the center of it all, you're going to be like, it's going to be enough. You're going to feel energized to do more. You're going to be nurtured. You're going to have a purpose. And from there, you'll be able to sustain yourself and be able to run the marathon instead of just getting tired and chasing after these things. You could chase money, you could chase the fame, you could chase the glory, all of that stuff. But if you're chasing that, it's only going to leave you more drained out because you don't have a real purpose in your life. And honestly, getting spiritually connected with God, like actually having a relationship is going to help you It's going to ground you so much, because in the midst of chaos, there's going to be chaos happening. In the midst of chaos, you can just pray about it to God. Give it up to God and just do the work behind it, because faith without works is dead. So give it up to God and just put work behind it. And I promise you, things are going to work out in your favor. And even if they don't work out how you expect it to be, it's still going to work out with God's plan, because God's plan is greater than your plan can ever be. 5, max out your stats as much as possible. You're in your 20s. There's no reason why you shouldn't be maxing out your stats. Right now, you're paying ignorance. Ignorance debt is the cost of you not knowing what you should know. And it's more expensive than you think. Every month that you're not learning what you should know, not doing what you should know, you're paying for it. Your future self is paying for it. Every skill that you don't acquire right now, every system that you don't tweak right now, that's ignorance that's piling on, that you're gonna have to pay for it later on. And once you get later on in life, you're gonna be like, damn, if I had fixed this earlier, I wouldn't be in the position that I am right now. Every choice you make is putting deposits into your future, and you just don't know it yet. You're just putting money in the bank, and you're just leaving it there for a later use. So max out your stats, push your health, focus on your fitness, focus on your mental health, your spiritual health, focus on your relationships, your knowledge, because all of that comes into play later on. If you max those out, you'll be set up for the next 20 years. Act like your life depends on it, because it does. And that moves on to the next point. You need to learn a high-paying skill. You need to get to the point where your skills are so needed in this field, you become indispensable. You become irreplaceable. You need to be the guy that when people are like, I need this solved, you're the first person that they think of, because you're the only one that could solve it how they're looking for. Pick one high-paying skill and go all in. Whether it's marketing, whether it's copywriting, whether it's sales, whatever it is, learn it and literally obsess over it. Go all in with it, because people are going to need that skill, and it's going to set you up for success and set you up as someone that can't be replaced, because those skills they're essential in business. They're essential in life, period. For me, it was marketing and funnel building. Like, I could literally walk into someone's business, see where the leaks are happening, fix it up, and be like, this is how you're going to be printing money. And it actually does work. And they see that, and they're like, yo, this guy actually knows what he's doing. And they're willing to pay you money for it. If you're able to bring people in, if you're able to bring money in to people's pockets, they're going to pay you to keep bringing money into their pocket. That skill actually got me my first client. My first clients, the clients that I help, they don't want to do the boring stuff that I love doing. They don't want to build funnels. They don't want to do marketing. They don't want to do literally any of that stuff. They just want to create content. And I don't care to create content. I don't care to create content. I like building in the back end. And honestly, that's the perfect duo. So by having that skill, I was able to create recurring income. And even then, like, I have clients lined up that need the services that I offer, and I can't handle all of them at once. So at that point, it's like you become the guy that people are needing in their life. You learn a high-paying skill, you literally stop competing for scraps, and you start creating more opportunities for yourself. Opportunities that you didn't even think were possible. If there's something that I said today that you don't agree with, or if there's something that I completely missed out of the list, this is a learning experience. Feel free to drop it in the comments so that everybody else can learn from it too. And if you're ready to lock in and actually apply this, I have a video on how I was able to make over $20,000 in less than 5 months by literally focusing on one skill.